Okay.
Hopefully.
Hello, caller.
You gotta turn me down.
Hi.
Hello?
Yeah, you have to call me down. I mean, you have to turn me down.
Huh? Call back?
No, you have to turn me down.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
It's okay.
Yes.
For the most part, I think
Yes.
the acknowledgement of a thing, yeah, because it's something that we rarely talk about.
It's down now.
Right.
I can still hear it.
Right. This is what you're saying. So, and then,
Okay. Hello?
Yes. Okay. Okay. So, caller,
Yeah.
you wanted to weigh in on what we were talking about?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm still, I think I'm still,
I can I can speak now?
Yeah, but I can hear me playing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a question that I have, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women they wanna find a husband, right? They
Mm-hmm.
wanna right?
Mm-hmm.
Get married. Now, but a lot of women wasn't raised to be a wife.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
And then you don't get to get the ring, then become the wife. You
Right.
become the wife before you get the ring.
Exactly. Because how does
Which
go ahead? I'm sorry.
which means that you have to have the quality that the man wants for you to become,
You
right?
have you you got to turn me down wherever you're listening to me at. You have to turn it off because I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep. I'm here. So go ahead.
Yeah. Right now, which means that you have to have the quality of, you know,
Right.
a wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other option, the other thing, the other thing that I want to say, people always want to talk bad about Kevin
Hold on, caller, because
Samuel.
nobody can hear me. Hold on.
Huh?
I said, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. So if it sounds bad, I'm not going to be able to use this. I'm going to. I know there's people watching me on Facebook and people watching me. Y'all can hear me. Oh, okay. Caller.
Hello?
Yeah, you were saying people talk bad about Kevin Samuels.
Uh huh.
Uh
Yes.
huh.
But the problem is with the black community, Kevin Samuel, he speak. I know sometimes he could say certain things
Mm-hmm.
that appears to be, offensive.
Okay.
But he said things to women that nobody else would tell them, right?
Okay.
Because he wants to get them in that space where where if they could become that wife.
Okay. I mean, I agree
You know
with
what I mean?
I agree with what you're saying that, one thing I try to tell people is you're not going to agree with everything that someone says. Some things people say are going to be offensive to some people. I don't agree with everything that Kevin Samuel says, but I like his content. I think it has a lot of substance. Some things do I disagree with? Absolutely. But that doesn't make me count him out altogether because I don't agree with every single thing he says or every approach he has to a situation. Us as people, we have to unlearn that type of behavior. Just because you don't agree with everything someone says, we're never going to always agree with each other. But I feel like, he has a lot of good points, and he's telling it, like it is. I really do. I
Yeah.
believe that about his content. But caller, thank you for calling in. My line is like blowing up crazy. So
Yes. Okay then.
thank you for calling in. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. It's frustrating, but it's okay. I want to continue this conversation. I'm at like almost 300 missed calls. I'm gonna try to take as many calls as I can, but I wanted to come and just talk about the cheating aspect. I know some people in my comments were talking about side chicks and things like that, and I think that's a part of it. And I think that someone had a really great point. And I'm not sitting up here and I'm not promoting cheating or infidelity or anything like that. But there was a woman in the comments that she was like, there are side chicks out here that are treating men better than their wives and their main chicks and things like that. Whew, baby, is that true? It's true. It's true. It's real. It's reality. People don't want to talk about cheating. People don't want to talk about sneaky links and side chicks, but it's true. It's true. Some of y'all men keep going and messing with this chick on the side because she hits him up and asks him how's his day going. You know, um, she respects him. She listens to him. It's so many different things. Should it be happening? No, it shouldn't be happening, but it happens. It happens, and sometimes you have to face reality. Sometimes you have to sit up, and if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're not doing the things that you should be doing in a relationship, and that person leaves and they go and they start dealing with someone else, and you're sad about it. Oh, they didn't have to do me like that. This, that, and the third. They might not have had to go out the way they went out. They might not have had to move the way they moved. But let me tell you something. What were you not doing? It's like we will, and I'm talking about men too. We will sit up and we will talk about everything that person did. But what did you do? What were you not doing? Come on, it takes two. Like I've said before, we live in a world full of relationships. You can't tell me every failed relationship is a man's fault. You can't tell me that. You can't even pay me to believe it. You can't. It's some women out here, y'all, like I said, y'all ain't even worried about the way your man feel. You don't even care. You're not even checking on him. How was your day? Something could have happened at work. I feel bad for some of the men that are in relationships with women and they can't even talk to them. They can't even talk to them. So who is your man supposed to go talk to? And that's when another woman come in and get close to your man, baby. That's when another woman come and get another man come and get close to your woman. Because they're giving them something you're not giving them. They're giving them a peace of mind. They're giving them respect. They're making them feel wanted. They're making them feel needed. Listen, I'm just coming out of a real conversation. In my relationship, I have to make sure I'm dotting the I's and I'm crossing the T's. I have to sit up and I have to make sure we're having conversations about how we feel, how I feel, how he feel. Is he happy? I asked my man, are you happy? When's the last time? I want to hear from the men in the comments. When's the last time has a woman asked you, were you happy? I want to see it in the comments. When's the last time a woman said, are you okay? Is there anything on your mind? Anything you want to talk about? Come on, let's be real. Hello, caller. Hello?
Hello, I'm back.
Okay.
Hello? Hi, I'm back.
Okay.
First of all, let me say that I've been rocking with you for a few months, and I do share a lot of your videos and your shorts in my group, my Black Love group.
Thank you.
I appreciate your content, and I appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
I wanted to say that a lot of times, like it's a whole bunch of different things that we connect the dots on. We always looking for one answer to a question. There's many different answers why a man may cheat, but I think what we don't focus on enough is the fact that we never talk about the man's happiness.
Never.
A lot of times the man's just, he's not happy. He's not getting the same output from you that he was getting in the beginning.
Right.
And a lot of times when you don't look at yourself and you don't self-evaluate and you're not willing to listen to him and what he's saying about you, and you can't take criticism or whatever the case may be,
right,
it gets to a point of just basically giving up on the conversation. So when you combine that with the fact that sociologically, it's not acceptable for a man to leave. We've been conditioned. It's not acceptable for a man to leave a relationship. For instance, if a man leaves his girlfriend, he's a coward. Or if he leaves his wife, he's a coward. But once you add children to the spectrum, if he leaves, then it's never looked at like, oh, he got tired of her stuff. It's looked at like he ran out on his kids. And that's how we condition. So that has a lot to do why we don't just leave. And then, like you said, there's consequences to us leaving. If we're married, it's still till death do us part. If we have children, here comes the threats of child support and basically the woman trying to become an obstacle in his life going forward. So all of these things will factor into why a man doesn't leave and actually cheats. But I think a lot of times we just forget to talk about the man's happiness.
Yeah, absolutely. I have noticed that when you ask a man certain things, like I always ask a man, how do you like to be loved? Because I know how to love a black man, don't get me wrong, but I want to know how that particular black man likes to be loved.
Right.
And
that's the biggest thing, is like, that's why there's no particular answer, because if we're being honest, there's guys who just do it just because. But then there's the other guys who really do care about you and care about the situation. And I think a lot of times people say, well, if you cheated on me, you don't love me. Actually, it's a possibility that he's actually holding on to you because he actually does love most of you. But there's some things that he's not happy with. Like, for instance, if he's not happy with, how often you have sex, you can't send a starving man into a buffet and ask him not to eat.
Right. And we're going to be real,
so
because we got needs and wants.
You send him into the world, and you sending a starving man into the world where there's plenty to eat.
Right.
And it's hard on us. It becomes hard on us when we're not getting what we want from home.
Right.
But then there are some guys who are just greedy. There's not one answer to why a man cheats. It's not one answer to why women cheat.
Right.
It's just basically like you actually have to have a conversation with that person and see if you can get the truth. I think a lot of times we ask that question of our partners and then we don't really want the answer. We just want confirmation that we want to hear it again. Okay, yeah. You want confirmation that he cheated again, or confirmation that she cheated again.
Right.
But nothing he's going to say is going to make you feel any better about why he cheated.
No. You're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. You keep doing what you're doing, love. I appreciate what you do.
Thank you so much.
Have a blessed night.
You too. Bye. I wanna touch on this comment real quick. Joanne, no one can make a man cheat. If he don't want to be with a person, just leave and move on. No excuses. That's not true, Joanne. That's not reality. Do you want to call in? Let's be real. We're not going to do that. First of all, I have experienced some women said it, even on social media. Oh, I cheated because he wasn't a good provider. Oh, I cheated because his manhood was small, and I went and got. Do y'all have that same energy? Do y'all have that same energy when it comes to women sitting out here saying why they cheating on men? A person can push a person to do something. What do you mean? Yeah, there's men that just cheat because they want to, but then there's some that don't, like he said, don't even want to cheat. But it's like, who's sitting up being in a relationship with somebody and y'all ain't had sex for a year? Y'all ain't been intimate with each other 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I heard the stories. We see it. Women be like, oh, I'm not in the mood. Do y'all even understand that at the end of the day, when you subtract intimacy from the relationship, it's no longer a relationship? Do you understand that y'all are turning relationships into friendships? So let's be real. Are they really cheating on you? I'll wait. Are they really cheating on you? Because you have turned the relationship into a friendship when you stop doing things in the relationship realm. Because I'm with my friends, I'm not intimate with my friends. I'm not intimate with them because it's a friendship. There's no intimacy. Intimacy is in a relationship. But when there's no intimacy, y'all just roommates. So did he really cheat? Did she really cheat? Let's be real. Let's have a real conversation because I'm interested in that. Here goes the call-in number right here. You know, my thing really is, we need to have these kind of conversations. We need to have these kind of conversations because they're happening. And I see women in the comments like, oh, they gonna cheat because they want to. No, that's not true. That's not true for everybody. And if you have that kind of mindset that you program like that, that's crazy. That's crazy. You always gonna think that somebody's cheating. Um, we love to be intimate when we're not married, but once you get married, sex life so damn right. I put a video on like that about YouTube yesterday. It's like it's all fun and games, and then when you get married, nobody, the women don't want to be intimate. I'm not in the mood, and baby, this is what I am going to say. This is what I am going to say. There are women out here ready to appreciate those men y'all taking for granted. They're ready. They're ready to appreciate them. They ready to cater to them. Listen, they inbox me all the time. Okay, they ready to cook for them. They ready to clean. They ready to love them, care about them, have their back. So listen, you can be mad at this type of content, all you want to. You could be mad, but you could be mad by yourself. You could be mad and by yourself because you are going to push your man into the hands of another woman, into the arms of another woman. You're going to push him straight in her house. And she's going to appreciate him like you did not. She is going to value him and love him and respect him like you did not. And then what do black women do? They sit up and be mad. Be mad. How you mad? Be mad at you. You didn't do what you were supposed to be doing. And then when somebody pulled you on it, why you talking to your man like that? You got a good man. Why you acting like that? Women know when they got a good man, baby. They know. But the one thing that some black women fall fool to, they think that black man won't leave and go be good to somebody else. Baby, don't underestimate somebody like that. That's all I'm saying. Don't underestimate that. Because these men are getting tired. Baby, let me tell y'all something. If y'all do not get your attitudes together, if y'all do not start respecting them, appreciating them, valuing them, make them feel like they matter, checking on them. What's wrong with, babe, are you okay? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with meeting somebody? I seen somebody in the comments say this. Ain't nobody ever asked me how I like to be loved. Why aren't we asking each other that? That's normal for me. How do you like to be loved? I asked somebody that one time, they were so silent. I thought they hung up on me, baby. I thought they hung up. I was like, well, what's going on? Huh? You still there? He was like, I just never had nobody ask me that before. We should be asking each other that. How do you like to be loved? Come on, it's not rocket science. Y'all can sit up here and disagree with me all you want and feel like, oh, man, can't nobody push no man to cheat. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. A woman can be pushed to cheat. A man could be pushed to cheat. You can. You can. You can. If you with somebody and y'all just with each other, and you happen to meet somebody or bump into somebody, and they giving you not even intimacy, baby, conversation. They're listening, they respect you, they're texting you and checking on you. If they're giving you something that, if they're giving that person something that they ain't getting at home, where do you think the person is going to flock more to? Let's be real, where are they going to flock more to? That's like if a woman's in a relationship with a man, right? And that man isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing in the relationship. He want to be running around doing this, doing that, not being responsible, whatever, whatever. That woman, and then when a man come along, because baby, sometimes you don't know if it's God. Oh, it could be God sending somebody. Okay? But that person come along and they come and talking about building with you and a future and this and that. A woman is going to fall more towards that man versus the man she was with, because he's providing something that she's missing. A man's not getting what he need at home, and then some woman come along, and not saying she's wrecking your house or anything like that. She don't know. This woman is just coming being nice, just being nice. And that man ain't used to somebody being nice to him, somebody talking to him respectful, somebody talking to him like he's somebody. What is he going to do? Do y'all even know? Do y'all even know that that's attractive to men? Men are attracted to our femininity. Do you understand that? They're attracted to the way we care about them, the way we love them, the way we value them, respect them. What? How we check on them. They're attracted to that about us. Some of y'all just ain't attracted. Some of y'all just ain't attracted. And I'll take the next caller. And I'll take the next caller on that. Don't listen. I don't want y'all women. It's all men calling in. I don't want y'all women to sit in them comments and say what y'all got to say. Call in. Call in. If you want to stand on what you say, call in. I don't mind having a healthy debate with nobody. Call in. Call in. That's all I'm saying. Some of y'all are not attractive. Not attractive. The person that's with you, they're not attracted to you no more. They're just not. You're nasty. Your attitude's nasty. Oh, what about the women that? Oh my goodness. And I'm just being real. The ones that sit up there, and I seen this one day, and I just looked over. I was embarrassed for the man. The woman he was with was talking to the waitress in the restaurant. Like, it was just crazy. She complained about everything. Complained about everything. Was talking to them people crazy. He wasn't saying nothing. I know he was embarrassed. I know he was embarrassed. And I'm just like, why do people do that? That's something that happens. That just came to mind, y'all. Just how nasty a person's attitude is. Because one thing we have to start doing is we have to start looking at how people treat people, even in those type of situations. In other places, like how is a person's attitude? How do they talk to other people, treat other people? Come on, we got to do better. As Black women, we are viewed as loud. We are viewed as ignorant. We are viewed as so many different things. And you know what's so crazy about? It's true about some of us. It's true about some of us. It is so true. You wasn't raised to have respect for a man. Just like that caller said, they are not raised to be wives. They're not. You're not raised to be a wife. Y'all sitting up here, y'all still a girlfriend. Sitting up here talking about, oh, I'm not doing wife things at a girlfriend price. You're a girlfriend though. And do you wonder why you still a girlfriend and nobody made you their wife yet? Nobody even asked some of y'all to marry them. Some people didn't even ask you, never asked you. Never asked you. A wife is in us though. Do y'all understand that? A wife is in us. It's not, oh, when you give me the ring, I turn into a wife. Baby, I've been a wife. I've been a wife. I've been a wife. Ain't nothing going to change. Ain't nothing going to change once, me and my honey get married. Ain't nothing going to change once we get married. Ain't nothing gonna change. But my last name. Ain't nothing gonna change. I'ma still ask him. I'ma still ask him every day, is he okay? I'ma still tell him I love him every single day. I'm still gonna tell him I appreciate him every single day. You know, I'm still gonna value him. I'ma still tell him how amazing he is every single day. Every single day. Every single day. That's just what I'm gonna do. Ain't nothing gonna change. I'm not gonna sit up here and what? Act like what? How do a man know he wants to marry you? How he know he wanna marry you? In the shape you in now. Come on, y'all got to stop trying to y'all got to stop sitting up trying to have a hot girl summer all year long. Okay, y'all ain't hear me. Okay. Y'all gotta stop sitting up wanting to have a hot girl summer all year long and get yourself together. If you want to be a wife, what you gonna do? You gonna be a wife. You go to school, what? You go to school to do what? So you can go into a career, right? So why y'all playing with your life? I don't understand that. Why you playing with your life like that? You're supposed to be preparing to be married one day. Duh. No, y'all want to have a hot girl summer. Baby, the person that put the song out ain't even having a hot girl summer, okay? Okay. Okay. I'm just saying. I wanted to come and set the record straight that, at the end of the day, we have these conversations that are so normal, about men. And no, I need some of y'all women to wake up. I need some of y'all to wake up. Y'all got some good men and y'all are pushing them away. There's men sitting up here begging y'all to get it together. Keep talking to you. Let me tell you something. When a person is tired and they wrapped out, I had a woman on my phone. Let me tell you something. I had a woman on my phone. And she said, Shalakemia, you are talking about me. She said, I ran my husband out of here. And you know what she told me, baby? Because I don't want nobody to be her. She said, Shalakemia, I need my husband back. I think this was nothing but a wake-up call for some people. You are about to push your man in the arms of somebody else. Somebody that's going to see his fullest potential, baby. See that he's amazing and never let him go. And never let him go. You don't realize you got a good thing till it's gone, baby. I promise you. I promise you. At the end of the day, let's start, because see, women are set up here and know all the signs that a man is cheating, but you know none of the signs that he's not happy. How? How do you know your man's not happy, but you know he's cheating? And you know he doing this and he doing that, but you don't know he's not happy. You know he's not happy with you. Do you care about his happiness? I'm just saying, do better. Do better. For you gotta watch another woman and enjoy the man you had, the good man you had. Y'all seen that movie Tyler Perry made? When she sat up there and allowed her sisters to talk her into divorcing her husband. And that man came and that man was like, are you sure you want a divorce? And her sisters right there. Sisters was miserable. They ain't had nothing to do with that. They shouldn't even have had their mouth in it. But she allowed them to have their mouth in it. But do you understand how that man did not hit his peak until they were done? Pay attention. He did not hit his peak in life. Y'all know a movie I'm talking about, Acrimony. His battery took off once they were apart. But he still came back and blessed her. That wasn't enough for her. She knew she messed up. So I don't want people to get to that point where you messed up and you somewhere crying and you heartbroken, because see, you done fronted for the world. Oh, I'm an independent, strong woman, this, that, and the third. But when you go in that bedroom, baby, you're crying at night because you knew you had a good man. Ain't nothing wrong with telling your man he's a good man. Ain't nothing wrong with bragging and telling other people he's a good man. Stop getting caught up with these other miserable, toxic women. Stop getting caught up in the agenda. Stop getting caught up in being a follower. Stop getting caught up. And you better realize what you have. You better realize what you have. You better. Because, baby, some of y'all going to be sitting around looking crazy. Because when he left you, he hit his peak. Oh, yeah, baby. He's abundantly blessed now because he left you. That's all I'm saying. Right. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. I don't care who sit on here and who say what and how you try to disagree. Listen, I'm coming to be real. I'm coming to have a real conversation. If you take it and apply, baby, that's on you. I get it. Oh, I get it. My man's happy. He's happy, okay? I get it. I got it. You could disagree all day. You got to live with the consequences of your actions, though. You got to live with that. I don't have to live with that. You have to live with that. The better example was not easily broken. That's a good one too, Patrice. That's a good one too. And shout out to all my amazing women on here that talk about, oh, I always ask my man and this, that, and the third. It's not hard. Why do y'all make it hard? What's wrong with, babe, are you happy? And then listening to him. What's wrong with that? Do you know the way that it makes a black man feel when a black woman just listens to him and actually cares? And actually cares? Listen, if y'all actually cared, it would change a whole bunch of stuff. If you actually cared. If you got to the point in life and you was like, it's not all about me. I'm not single. It's not all about me. It's about us. Us, us, us. How we feel. Are we happy? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Nick, the grass stays greener where it's peaceful in this water. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're not just going to sit up here in front like and think that there's one reason why men cheat. Absolutely not. It's not just because they want to. That's not the reason for everything. That's just like a lot of things going in life. There's not just one reason why that thing going in life. There's a few different reasons. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it, but I'm telling y'all, men are getting tired. They're looking for peace. They're looking for they're looking to add happiness to the happiness they already have. They're looking for someone that values them. They're looking for someone that makes them feel like a man. They're not looking for somebody that they have to compete for a man's spot. They're not trying to be with a woman that's trying to be a man. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not. I promise you. That's not what they want. Just like us women, we want to feel supported. We want to feel loved. We want to feel like our men care, our men pay attention. But are we giving that in return? Is the question. Are we giving that to them? It's not hard. I promise you. It's not hard. It's not. Lisa, but they act like kids. That's not a man. Lisa, who's talking about a man that acts like a child? Why are you dating men that act like? Why are you dating a man that acts like a child? Do you want to call in? Cause I got time. If you want to call in, I'm interested in that. I'm just saying that don't make sense, Lisa, for you to come around and say a man is. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Who did I ever say that? You talking about the type of men you date, Lisa? That's the problem. That's the problem. And whose fault is that, Lisa? Whose fault is that? That you may have dated a man that acted like a child. I'm just curious whose fault that is. Lawrence, can we just say Lisa can call in? I'm inviting Lisa to call in. It's like these women, y'all sit in the comments, y'all got so much to say. The number's right there. The number's right there. Y'all report me a million times. The number's right there. We can have a conversation. I'm with that. I'm with that. You know, I came with the situation, but then I also came with the solution. A 55-year-old acting like a kid. Why are you dealing with a 55-year-old that's acting like a kid, Lisa? That reflects you. That reflects who you are. Why are you dealing with that? I'm inviting you to call in though. Exactly. They're more comfortable in the comments saying things. I mean, but since you want to go there, at the end of the day, women will complain about a man that they picked and had several children to and stayed with. How you gonna complain about that? You don't have to be in that situation. You didn't have to have kids to that person. You don't have to be in a relationship with that person. Okay. Okay, you have no problem. So how did you come in the comments and you said a man that acts like a child? You know why, Lisa? Because you still have trauma. Absolutely, Lawrence, you can call in. Absolutely. Lisa, you still have trauma. Because if you didn't have trauma, you wouldn't have said that. You wouldn't have said that. You wouldn't have said a man that acts like a child. You're not healed from that situation. I'm happy I have no kids. What does have no kids mean? What is that? What does that mean, Lisa? Why do people do that? I'm happy I don't have no kids. Okay. Oh, you were responding to what I said about. I was just saying in general. I wasn't saying, but Lisa, deep down, you're not happy though, because you wouldn't have made that comment. You wouldn't have made that comment. Let's be real, sis. I'm here to be real. You wouldn't have made that comment if you were happy and you were healed from that situation. I just said, oh, Lisa, that must be the men you date. And you just said, no, I left that situation. The situation's still in you, though. It's still in you. You're happy now. Okay. If that's what you want to say yourself, Lisa. If you want to say yourself that you happy now, that's fine. If you was happy now, let me say something. That relationship wouldn't have came up. If you was happy now. I didn't have nobody call in. Who called in? Yes, it is. I'm not even going to talk about that. Lisa, you brought it up. We don't know you. You have to understand that. We don't know you. I don't know you. You brought that up. That's how I knew that you were dealing with a man that act like a child. But you're not over that. You're not over that. Because if you were in a happy relationship right now, you wouldn't even have been thinking about you dealt with someone that acted like a child. You would be too involved in the happiness that you're in now. That's what you would be in. Oh, Latonia, I wish you could call in. Oh, we all wait on Lisa. I don't think Lisa want to call in. I invited her so many times. You know, you are what you date. Absolutely, absolutely. The person you're in a relationship with reflects who you are. It reflects you. Come on, come on. Let's be real. All right, I'm gonna leave. The phone lines are open. If anybody wants to, you don't want to call in, that's fine too, Lisa. That's fine. I have a lot of women that will come in the comments and say so much, and then I come on here, I open the phone lines up, and it's nothing. It's nothing but men that call in. There's nothing but men that call in. Okay, I understand you're not with him. Before I go, I just want to say that I'm the type of person. I tell someone from the beginning, I don't tolerate cheating. I do not tolerate cheating. I don't tolerate cheating because I'm not going to cheat on you. Another reason why I don't tolerate it because I know as a woman, I know how I'm coming. I don't need another woman's help when it comes to my man. I got him. You see what I'm saying? Just like he got me. So I don't have to go through things like that. But there's so many situations where women don't have that type of attitude. And that's why things happen how they happen. Yeah, some men cheat just because they want to cheat. They get the thrill out of it. You know, but then there's the other side where they don't want to. It's a lot of men holding on right now. They're holding on. But let me tell you something. When a person is tired, they're tired. They're tired. When you are sitting up and you're listen, we all know the saying, when you take a person for granted, you lose them. You don't get to choose how you lose them though. You just don't. You really, really don't. When you in a situation where you have a good man and you're taking him for granted, you don't get to tell God, don't send another woman this way because we in a relationship. You're not acting like y'all are in a relationship though. So you can't be mad. And I'm gonna be if a woman is doing everything in a relationship that she's supposed to be doing, at that point, that's just ignorance. But if it's a woman that's not doing that what she need to do, and she's taking a man for granted and being disrespectful and not valuing him, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that man if he meets somebody else in the meantime, because you don't never know. You don't know how the Almighty is going to send the next person. You don't know. You just don't. You don't. Um. So yeah, so I just wanted to really, come and, have this conversation, and hopefully some women realize that, that's me, and let me tighten up. Or some of the things I shared tonight, about just valuing a man, asking him is he okay, showing you care, respect, appreciation, all those type of things. I hope that y'all can take those things and start applying them to your relationship, and make a relationship better. There's nothing wrong with talking and communicating in a relationship. A lot of people aren't doing that. They're not talking, they're not communicating, they're just in the relationship. Some are just miserable. And it's like, why keep going through like that? You shouldn't have to, you know? Um, okay, Sierra. I appreciate all the women that are being honest with themselves tonight. Because lying ain't gonna get you nowhere. Being fake with yourself ain't gonna get you nowhere. Fronting for your friends ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna get you anywhere. It's just not. It's not. Huh? It said you dialed the wrong number. Maybe that's why I'm not getting no calls. Hold on. Hold on. But no, I just had calls in. Hmm. I wonder why that's doing that. That's weird. Okay. It says system error. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, y'all. You been calling too? I swear, this, I don't know, yo. I don't know why this show is such a threat. Ain't that my number? I'm sure that's it. I know I didn't put the wrong number up here. It could be a system error though. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I know. I just got this one. Okay, that's cool. I got a backup number. I got a backup number. I got a backup number. We ain't even gonna sweat it. Boom. I was wondering. I have like almost 300 missed calls. I was sitting up here wondering, like, well, what? Why am I not getting no calls? Why am I not getting no calls? There we go. There we go. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, Shalakini, this is Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how you doing? I was calling in. Great content. I came across you one day. You were on a. It was like you were a guest on another show. So that's how I first came across you. But
oh, thank you.
I just wanted to kind of call in and speak about the topic.
Okay.
One thing that I noticed in general, just dealing with people, is that I used to, like, especially growing up, I used to think, and with my mom, I used to think that it was my job to make her happy. And once I realized that, that's just not something that's really feasible. You know what I'm saying? So you can go out and do what you do and accomplish things, and especially when you get to a point where you like have certain achievements, and a person's like they don't really recognize it, or they don't kind of pay attention to it,
right.
And you start kind of doing I started kind of just looking in the mirror and observing things, and I came to a conclusion, just in general with people in general, and unfortunately this happens obviously in relationships between men and women, is that you have people looking for the other person to make them happy when they don't understand the importance of looking in the mirror and having self-awareness and doing the work.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, unfortunately with women, I know you're already aware of this, they're slaves to their emotions. And so, you have the beginning stages, the puppy love stage when you're dating or in a relationship. And then what happens is, so people are putting together, a lot of times people put forth their best representative. But then as it goes along and real life happens and ups and downs, peaks and valleys, then what will happen is a lot of times, unfortunately, women will they see that you're human. You know what I'm saying? So even if you don't operate in any kind of extreme,
right.
They still see that you're a human. And then all of a sudden it's like they don't like you anymore, or they think, you're supposed to be their entertainment and happiness and things of that nature. And so it's almost like they just want you to continuously be on that hamster wheel. And so I think it is important for men to understand that, we're responsible for our own happiness.
Right.
We're not responsible for somebody else's. And when you have one person who understands that, the other doesn't. And also to the dynamic of how men and women are trained and raised. Women are trained a lot of times, especially women in our community, to go out and, get yours, basically be selfish, not value men, not see any importance of them except for sex and a wallet or resource,
right.
And just get what you get. And then you have men are taught to go out and a lot of times just taught to go out and look out for other people. That's why men fight wars. And so when you have those dynamics and there's no, it's taught, for example, to women, be strong, be independent. You don't need a man. You don't need to value a man.
Right.
That's what continues to manifest itself and just plays itself out. And so, again, we have situations where, there's always that conflict and there's always that, well, I'm going to be strong, independent. I'm going to have mine. And he's sitting there, for example, he's bringing in money and resources to support the family. Right. And she's worried about taking the resources to just do whatever she's trying to do on her own time. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's always that disconnect. But I do think that, people have to understand that the best protection against disrespect is self-respect. And so, a lot of life is about making deals. And if you're not getting a good deal, then walk away. There's a reason. And I don't know how many men are aware of this, but if you're married, you can actually divorce for, a woman withholding sex. And a lot of times that's a thing that women tend to do when they're either it can be an act of desperation, when they feel like nothing else is happening or nothing else that they're doing is working. So they'll do that as like a last resort. Right. Or, it can be a situation where it's just a form of manipulation. And so, or maybe she's not happy, right? So maybe she's not happy in a moment, but, when it continuously happens and she's not seeking any kind of therapy professional therapy or anything or any help like that,
Right.
then of course it's going to be burdensome on a man, because if a man's handling his business and he's going out, doing the things he needs to do, taking care of the home, everything like that, and she's just not budging or she's not listening to when he is talking. I mean, man is either going to step out or he's going to leave. Or if he stays in it and doesn't step out, then he's going to be miserable. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what's going on with Will and Jada. You know what I'm saying? So he's either going to stay in and be emasculated, he's going to step out, or maybe he'll have enough smarts to just walk away. Because you can't divorce that if you're married. So I don't think a lot of men really understand that. It's some steps to that, because you have to prove that she wasn't trying to get professional help. But men got to start having more self-respect and being able to walk away and understanding that we we make the world go round. It is what it is. We make the world go round. So no matter how much somebody says that you're not important or you're not valuable, we make this thing go. And if we lay down and we be lazy and we don't do right job, the world's going to fall apart. So a person can say that they don't need us and we're not valuable, whatever the case. It's that woman. It's that woman who needs to look in the mirror. And if she's not willing to put the work in and she wants to be lazy and combative and difficult, just keep moving forward and move on to somebody else, because
that's what's gonna happen.
None of us know how much time we got. So
that's what's going to happen. It's happening now. To be honest with you, thank you so much though for calling in.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay. All right, take care.
He's right. Like, that's what's happening. Men are telling me like they're dating women from other cultures, other countries, things like that. And that's probably one all in the same, but it's true. Men are getting tired. They are really, really getting tired. Just like us women get tired with certain things, men are becoming tired as well. Hello, caller. Hello.
What's good? How you doing, South India? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's good. How you doing tonight?
I'm great, and you?
I'm hanging in there. I always like listening to your show. You brought up the facts that people need to learn, and those who get offended, and they're the issue because they like hide their demons and they don't want to be exposed to truth. The problem in today's society, there's a lot of narrow-minded, selfish people out there who are just simply not happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who are trying to search for love, but going the wrong places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello?
I can hear you. I'm listening to you.
Oh, so my thing is, as a black man, and I'm not gonna lie, I love my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all strong women, but it really pisses me off when I see a toxic so-called black female, you know what I'm saying, acting up, being embarrassed towards the blacks, and it's just like, yo, chick, that's why you're single. Because she's so damn toxic, no man doesn't want to be with you. Well, I want a good man. You can't get a good man if you keep running into toxic men. Or you're simply just toxic. For what you bring to the table, it will come right back in return.
That's it.
And that's how it is.
Yeah.
And some people just don't want to hear the truth, but it is the truth.
Yeah.
So, to me and my woman, we've been together, a year, babe? And within the year, we have our moments when we like get on each other's nerves. We have like little small arguments and stuff. And then when we do get mad, we just be like, we chill out, we relax, and then after that we work it out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like team workers,
Right.
And that's how you keep the relationship alive.
Right.
Before her, I used to go through toxic chicks like, I said, what you do for a living? What kind of car do you drive? Do you rent? Do you own? I was just like, are you a woman or are you just another hooker?
A prostitute.
Or gold digger. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you need to stop watching them Tyler Perry movies and smell the dose of reality and be woman up and be a real woman to appreciate a good man. you know. But that's what I'm saying, though, is that y'all gotta really look out for yourselves and be careful who you be around with. Just because a person says that, hey, I love you and stuff, it's all about their actions for what they show. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel that he or she is too toxic, too ignorant, you know, too narrow-minded, you don't need to be with them. Right. Life is about a choice of what we all make in life.
Sure.
You know, there's different paths or different roads or different routes. Right. Either you choose the path to go to the easy road or you want the hard path.
Absolutely.
And
No, I was saying absolutely, but I have to cut you short because I want to wrap up, but I'm getting so many calls in. But I appreciate you so much for calling in.
Oh, no problem. You're welcome. So great to hear from you.
Thank you for your words of wisdom.
You take care.
You too. Thank you. I'm gonna take a few more calls. I'm gonna take a few more calls, Joe, and then we're gonna wrap up. I just okay. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I am so enthused by what you're saying.
Okay.
You are very, very much an inspiration.
Thank you. You have to turn that down.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is I'm listening to what you're saying, and I have a lot to say about that. First of all, you are correct about everything that you're saying, 100%.
Hold on 1 second. You got to turn me down. There's something in the background. You got to turn me down.
Yeah, I'm listening to you and watching you at the same time.
Yeah, you can't. You have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you're a very inspiration. I'm listening to everything that you're saying, and I am agreeing 100% with what you're saying.
Okay.
So, well, what I'm about to say is, yeah, it's true. A lot of people don't understand, especially women nowadays. They don't understand the fact that there are men out here that want to be loved and cherished, as well as women wants to be on the same page. But most women don't acknowledge a real, genuine man that's willing, ready, and able to be on that level with them. So, yeah, we do want to be loved. Okay. We want to know if you want us to love you, or you want to love us the same way. But they won't show you that or give you that atmosphere. Why? Because of either hurt or their, how you say, independency. So I know for a fact that love is real. I just never had it happen or given to me.
Well, it'll happen for you. It'll happen for you one day.
Yeah, but I know it's gonna happen. But it's up to the individual that wants it also.
Yeah.
I can give all day, but it's up to her to want to give in return and receive it.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Thank you for calling in. I have to go. I have to try to keep people at 2 minutes, hopefully, so I could get everybody in. Okay, thank you so much for calling in.
I respect that.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Have a good night. So, I know I'm probably going to get another call. I'm going to start talking. But before I do, I just wanted to say, hello, caller. Hi. Hello.
How you doing? It's no one grinder.
Hi, I'm good. And you?
No one grinder. I'm fine, thank you. I just want to let you know, thank you so much for talking about this, because it's been going on for a long time. And women need to wake up. Us men are getting tired.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just want this no one grinder. Good evening. I just want to let you know that thank you so much for bringing up the topic. It's very important. And I've been going through certain things like that years ago.
and I'm okay now, but I'm not bitter off it.
Right.
But I know that I had people that actually go through it with divorce, and they let them bitter.
Yeah.
And the media refuses to talk about this.
Right.
And there is a deliberate attack on this and everything. So I just want to let you know, keep up the good work. And on my channel, I do talk about this, or man's talk and other things. And then wherever it is, I salute you. And just keep up the good work. Thank you so much. You have a blessed night.
Thank you so much.
All right.
They're right. Like I really hope, because there's women in the comments, you know, that are really coming up against the things that are being said. But there's a number of men calling in. Y'all aren't calling in. Y'all want to get smart. Y'all want to get smart in the comments. Y'all aren't even calling in. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Can you turn me down, please?
I got you down.
Okay.
I got you down. It's LaTanya Shalakavia.
Hey, beautiful.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Look, I want to say real quick, because my time is running short. I got to go.
Okay.
But I wanted to speak on this situation coming from a female.
Okay.
Because I was one of those females that was just terrible with my mate. I mean, terrible. I mean, from the point where I was talking back, I was standing up to him, you know, and he watches you. So he was the one that turned me on to you. And he would always say, you acting like a man. I was like, what do you mean? I'm like no damn man. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about?
Right.
But it took for me to watch you and to sit back and evaluate everything that I was doing.
Yeah.
To come to the conclusion, damn, he's right. I mean, he stepped out on me, and I had to accept that, because I realized what I was doing. This man would get up, cook breakfast for me. When I come home from work, he had dinner done, because he does home improvement and maintenance. So he's, you know, and he works for himself. So he's always, you know, coming and going, and his hours are different from mine.
Yeah.
So he would have dinner ready for me when I come home. There were times when he would run my bath water. You know what I'm saying? He's a great man.
Right.
Taking me to the gym, working out with me, just doing everything that a good man's supposed to do.
Right.
I took it for granted. I didn't appreciate it. I felt because I was making the most money that you couldn't tell me nothing. You living with me, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Right.
That's not right. He's still the man of the house.
Right. Period. Yes.
When he moved in there with me, he became the man of the house.
Absolutely.
And I did not respect that. There's so much that I can go on about this, because I came into the relationship with trauma. From childhood all the way up to an adult. I'm 55 years old. I'm too old to be going through all of this kind of mess. You know, so I'm trying to keep it short, because I know other people want to talk, and you trying to wrap up. But women, we need to realize that men have feelings just like we do.
Yeah.
And they hurt just like we do.
Yeah.
And because we may make more money, or we may pay most of the bills, or however it goes, they still are due their respect.
Absolutely.
Regardless, they're due their respect. And it took all of this, for him to step out for me to realize that. And I had words with the woman, and it was, in her eyes, she thought it was because of sex. No, it wasn't. It was because I wasn't giving him what he wanted. And you know what he kept talking about? Peace. He wanted peace. That was it. He didn't want no woman that could stand up to him, argue with him, debate with him, you know, talk over him. That was a bad habit I had, talking over him, not giving him a chance to say anything. Anything he said I didn't like, I had to step in there. You know, it's wrong. We don't want it done to us. They don't want it done to them.
Right.
I'm going to leave it at that, because like I said, I can go on. I got so much that I could share with you about just our relationship in general. But me coming on and started listening to you, it has helped me tremendously. I am changing. I had so much hate and anger from past relationships because I was always cheated on. So I did not trust him. That was the problem that I had in the relationship. It was trust.
Right.
You know, I didn't trust. I was always going into his phone, looking at messages, trying to find stuff, you know, because I didn't trust him because of past relationships.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You just can't do that. I was wrong. He would never done those things to me. But here we are. He's sticking by my side no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I'm doing everything I can now to make him happy. I'm happy. If he's happy, I'm happy.
Right.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
So,
but I'm so happy I got a chance to talk to you, and I can go and brag to him and let him know that I had a conversation with you. But you go ahead.
I want to just tell you something before you go. You know, I want to tell you that, you know, as a woman, it takes a lot. You know, not takes a lot in that kind of way, but it's growth. When you can come and say, listen, I was the problem. I was doing this. I was doing that. That is growth. And do you understand when you uncovered that about yourself and you faced it and you took accountability, you grew in a tremendous way. And now you're blossoming every single day. You see the difference?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of me, but I appreciate that. I am. I'm proud of myself too. I'm still healing. I'm still, you know, working towards becoming a better person, in that aspect. And he sees that, you know, and I guess that's the reason why he's sticking in there with me, because he is seeing the changes. It's a process.
Right.
It doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take time. But the first step is recognizing that you are a toxic person. You are the problem.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say toxic because I'm like, toxic. You know, it just sounds like that's such a really, really bad thing to say, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Absolutely. I'm proud of you. Please continue to grow. You know, and just be the woman that you were created to be.
Absolutely.
And your feminine energy. It's the most beautiful thing is when you allow, you know, not allow, but you know, when you let a man lead, when you let a man be a man, and you love him while he's being a man, and you support him while he's being a man, and then he's coming and doing the same for you. It's beautiful. You can't even explain it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And you know, it's sad. It took for us to part as far as living in the same space. He had moved out, and with him moving out, I'm like, okay, I'm in here by myself now. I'm sleeping in the bed by myself now. I don't get to sit on the sofa and talk to him anymore. You know, all of those things I started missing.
Yeah.
And it helped me to realize, damn, Tanya, you had it good. You had it good, and now look at you. You sitting in the house by yourself.
Yeah.
Waiting for him to come over and visit, or I go over there and visit, you know, without schedule from our class, and I don't get to see him as much. I talk to him every day, but it's not the same.
Right.
And I tell him all the time, I miss you being here. I miss you being here. He's got his own place now. I put him out. You know what I'm saying? So what am I supposed to do? All I can do now is just wait to see what's going to happen between us. You know?
Yeah.
We're working on getting our own place together. And it's a discussion, but he's allowing me to continue to work on myself.
Right.
So that when we do come back together, everything is the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. And y'all are going to come back together.
And, I believe that. I believe that. I know he loves me, because if he didn't, he would have been long gone. He wouldn't even be talking to me no more or anything like that.
Right. Right. Well,
because I was terrible.
I'm happy for y'all. I'm happy, you know, for your growth. You know, I just feel like if I can just come and speak something into one person, you know, I've done what the Almighty sent me to do. And I'm glad that, I was able to, help.
Oh yeah, you really did help, and I'm gonna let him know that I talked to you. He's gonna be happy to know that I have. He was already happy when he found out that I had been following you and watching your videos. So he knows that I'm going to get the right information.
Right. Well, you
by
tell him I
listening to
said
you.
hello.
So I appreciate you. I really do. And ladies, y'all better wake up for y'all be sleeping alone too, like I was.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
laughing because I'm a happy person. I'm always laughing and joking and smiling and stuff like that. But I can be very serious. And this is a serious situation.
Yeah.
This is a serious situation.
Absolutely. But thank you. Tell him I said hello. And thank you for calling in and sharing that. That's powerful.
Absolutely. Okay, you take care, okay?
Okay, you too. Have a good evening.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. I get those calls a lot. I get those inboxes a lot, from women like that. And that's why I don't want other women to be afraid. I'm telling you, I promise you, there's nothing wrong with coming to the table and taking accountability. Men tell me that. Men be like Charlotte Kimia, if she could just be like, I messed up or I apologize or I can accept that. But you can't do something and then act like you ain't did it. You can't do that. A person starts to look at you different. Us women, we have a big problem with accountability. Why? Why? Accountability reflects a strong woman, an empowered woman, a woman that knows who she is. That's what that reflects. I promise you. I promise you. Somebody wanted me to explain the Dollar Tree cloth. Yes, I refer to some women, that are toxic and miserable as Dollar Tree cloth. You got to be cut from a Dollar Tree cloth. Cause baby, I'm cut from the best cloth that the Almighty has made. You understand? And He's still adding to my cloth. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. But yeah, some of those women that be doing all the extra stuff, they cut from a Dollar Tree cloth. Yes, they are. Hello, caller. How are you?
How are you doing, Miss Shalakimia?
Hi, I'm great.
Do you remember me?
No.
My name is Cleon. You had a live on Instagram one day. We had the double screens, and we were talking one day.
Mm-hmm.
And you told, yeah. But I just wanted to
Cleon.
really speak blessings. Cleon, yes.
What was we talking about, Cleon?
We were talking about kind of like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on a double screen with you on your Instagram.
Okay.
But I just wanted to piggyback to hear that from this woman. It gives hope.
Yes.
To so many guys like myself.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I just want to reiterate to let the queens know that sometimes we already know that if we leave, it's going to hurt. It is nothing of chauvinistic talk. It's just knowing that you don't understand or you don't get the way and how I love you. And sometimes when you emasculate, when you disrespect, and when you kind of make a man feel lower, it really pulls him away from you. And I just hope that she really can understand. But the hard part is this, that I understand as a man, and this is with my accountability, the things that I've done wrong in my life, and learning some things at the age of 41. Hold on. At the age of 41, that I just got it. And it was to understand and take accountability for every wrong. To take accountability for the toxicity that I may have inherited or the things that I've done. And I just want to always enlighten the queens that I'm telling you, man, we need each other. And to hear that, but I just want her to understand we hope for the best. But what I had to understand with my accountability is the less it could be that he won't come back. And we don't want that for y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean? That could be the lesson.
Yeah.
That he won't come back.
Yeah.
And when we tell you that, they hear the chauvinisticness and be like, oh, this, whatever. But I'm going to tell you, man, I know how I feel.
Right.
Oh, I love my husband. You know? Yeah. It's just like, I try to tell, don't look at me for the man that I was.
Right.
Look at the man that I am and that
Absolutely.
I'm becoming. Because the only way I can become that is to take accountability.
Yeah.
To get comfortable with being wrong, but not staying wrong. You got to be comfortable with being wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of our queens, it just like really bothers them to be wrong. And that's why when I hear you say some women just don't understand when a man goes out that door, they thinking everything peaches and cream and honky dory. Or even if they don't, it's probably 10 times worse than what they think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when they come home and you have no one to be vulnerable with,
right,
or you have no one to cry to without still looking like you some soft man.
Yeah.
And it's like, my tears are only tears that were meant for you. It wasn't meant for the world.
Right.
That's why you're my helpmeet.
Yeah.
And I always say this, that I don't know if you would agree with me on this, Miss Shada King, but I came to a conclusion that a lot of women are upset with the main person they worship and praise, which is the Most High, if they believe in that. You know, and I think that they are upset with God because they think at this day and time that they are better than what God has made them to be.
Dude, you're saying they're upset with God?
I know. I think a lot of women are upset with God with the position that was given, because nowadays women think they are better than the position God has given them in this world. So they go to church, they hallelujah, praise God, and they'll stomp the floors out. But as soon as it comes to going to grab that man a glass of water or going to fix him a plate, do it yourself. You know what I mean?
But you also have to understand that at the end of the day, you know, it's only being taught one way. You know, women are taught how to be treated, but we're not taught how to treat a man. You see what I'm saying? Because people will say, oh, you know, a man is supposed to protect and provide. A man's supposed to da 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 da. But don't nobody be like, oh, a woman is supposed to do this and this and this and it. They don't do that. They don't have those conversations at church. So let's be real. They're not having those conversations at church. They're not at church telling women to respect your man. And you see what I'm saying? They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're not doing that.
And it's funny, and you know what? They don't even, we are so understanding we are understanding enough to know that we know that y'all are not taught like that. But to not want to be taught, that's what gets it.
Exactly.
We are very, very empathetic to the trauma and toxicity that most of our women go through. We are very empathetic to it and willing to try to change that narrative.
Right.
But then we have to understand as men that, okay, now, brother, you got a little bit of stuff you got to work with first. And so we kind of skip the part that we done already jumped in it without fitting our past traumas. But when we're in it and we realize that, hey, this thing can be fixed, and we don't fix it because of fear and lack thereof. See,
Absolutely.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love and get hurt. That's what the world is about. But I know in some case, in some form, that the love is out there.
It is.
Roll the dice. We will gamble at these casinos, and we will spend the last dime and lose.
Yeah.
But we'll go back and get some more money because we'll believe that we can win.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if they have that same attitude, my God, you know how many women will be happy? How many men will be satisfied?
Right. Right. I believe that.
Come on, man. We have to get comfortable. And that's all I wanted to say. I want to say thank you because You've injected into me those things that I really need to look at myself to be the best man I can be for myself. And now realizing with all of the content, when I'm the best man for myself, I'm going to be freaking amazing for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yes, you are.
Queen.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Thank you so much, Cleon.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna always like your content. I'm gonna always put it out. I'm gonna always share it. You have inspired me to do the same. But one thing I recognize and realize that you do it with love. You're one of the rare women that can really embrace fact and logic with your femininity.
Thank you.
Continue to teach that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening. See, I don't know. Like, I hope y'all are listening to these men that are like calling in. I think y'all had the wrong impression. I think it's some of the men that y'all may have dated or came in contact with. There's a man right here, Charles Carter. How can I be better for Black women? I love them. Are y'all seeing this, or is it just me? I mean, come on. Let's be real. These men, they want to love. They want to be loved. We gotta stop with the other shenanigans. We have to stop. Women, real. We gotta stop. You don't have to be in control all the time. You just don't. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be nasty. Respecting them and valuing them and asking them, is he okay? That's not control. It's just how we are as women. I really don't understand what's so hard about it. I really don't. Doug, all I want is love and peace. And to be honest with you, since we being real, a lot of women will overlook these men. A lot will overlook these very men that are sitting up saying they want peace. Hello, caller. Y'all will look over these ones that ain't calling you out your name. You overlook them. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
Are you still? Are you still online?
Yes. You have to turn me down now.
Okay, let me turn you down. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I wanted to come in and speak on what you were talking about as far as the cheating.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm 54 years old. I'm a disabled vet. I've been married 4 times. 3 of the women were Black, and the wife I'm with now is Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe. I hear y'all mentioning God. I hear y'all talking about a higher power.
Uh-huh.
Now, my deal is I've experienced life. I've been on both sides of the fence.
Okay.
I started at a young age. I was married at 21. I was brought up watching Good Times, Leave It to Beaver, and all those.
Mm-hmm.
I knew what it meant.
Right.
As far as a man to raise a family, and what a man was supposed to do, loving a woman, protecting that woman.
Right.
But the things that I went through, my first wife was a very aggressive woman.
Mm-hmm.
In so many words, I'm not going to disrespect her because that's over with. But what we're talking about, we're being raised, by the music, the things that are going on. Instead of the Bible, we're being raised by we of this world, but we in this world, but we're not of this world. So therefore, we are going what society teaches us.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going. Our parents raised us one way, but we're living off of what the world is telling us.
Mm-hmm.
Young men and young women are not being taught to their roles as far as being a woman and a man. The young women, at the age in the 7th grade, you're already practicing to be a wife. Right. You're already becoming a wife. But you're listening to all these rap, you're listening to all these things, rap music, and I'm not talking about, but as far as degrading women, and that's how I grew up. I didn't have respect for women.
I didn't have God in my life. I mean, I was raised up in the church, but I wasn't allowed. I wasn't reading the Bible. I'm not trying to take away from your.
Say what you're saying.
But the thing about it, the people in this world right now don't. You know, it's the Bible teaches you how to live your life. It teaches you, you know, as far as your standards, the way you're supposed to act. And, you know, you love your wife and you love Christ.
Right.
And if you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or whatever, see, most relationships are destroyed because of sex.
Okay.
I believe that's my word.
Okay.
Because you're not fit. If you build your life with Christ, then that will build your relationship with that woman. You know, it's not about money. It's not about, you know, lust and flesh and pride of life. Those are the three main things the devil uses. So therefore, see, you can put yourself at a level without even knowing it. You understand me? And most people don't think about that. My 3 marriages, I learned from each and every one of them because I was the type of man I worked. You know, regardless of what it was, I hustled to get money to take care of my family.
Right.
But if I was at my level of thinking was messed up because if that woman wasn't giving me what I wanted, I had 2 or 3, 4 other girlfriends. I didn't. I'm not bragging. That's not glorifying the Lord. Name of Jesus, I'm not.
Right.
But the thing about it, what I learned through my marriages, where I'm at now with God, you put that woman first. Like the Bible tells you what that woman will do for you. But that woman, even though there's a lot of broken women out there, there's a lot of women that been misused by bad people, bad men. Evil is running rapid. But if you don't have that teaching or that upbringing, that's what I don't want to blame Black women for. Yes, it's a lot of them out there that's not understanding their role because the Bible teaches you about being submissive. It teaches you about it teaches you about letting your husband lead.
Right.
You know, and if you're not, you know, you have to be. The man has to submit to that woman as well. You know, it's things that he can do that he does that are not right. But he has to be man enough to be accountable.
Right.
You're not going to grow into a relationship. Any relationship you come into, you have to build that trust with one another.
Absolutely.
First of all, you have to be able to communicate. If you can't communicate, the relationship's not going to last. Right. If that person's not your best friend, your best, you know, if you can't come to that person and tell that person how you feel and they're being able to agree or disagree, off the bat, it's not going to work.
Right.
And the kids are not taught that. You know, they're taught, this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it. No, you're not giving that woman respect. You're not teaching them. You're not loving that woman the way she's supposed to be loved. You know, I'm a true believer in that. Like I said, you know, I've been through all the scenarios. And you know, it's the main thing we should do, like what you're doing. And I appreciate what my wife said. Why are you listening to that? You know, because the thing about it, this is your show. You don't have to speak the word, but I understand. You know,
your wife said, "Why are you listening?"
The word, you back it up with the word. You ain't got to hear from nobody else. The word is going to teach you how you're supposed to live in life. You're going to go have us. You're going to have them. But when you're in a relationship, I heard a woman say, a man say that you can get out of a relationship if the woman's not giving you sex. You got to show me that in the Bible. It don't tell you that. The thing about it, you need to be praying. It's things that you're going to go through in life. You're supposed to love that woman to death till you fall. You made it up. That right there is an oath before God. So therefore, you have to uphold that. The only way you get out is you go outside the marriage.
Let me ask you a question. Let me first things first. You said your wife asked you why you were listening to me?
No.
You didn't say that?
No, because she thought, I'm gonna tell you why. Because she thought when she said I'm cheating, I'm not taking care of it, I figured this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Okay.
I felt the Lord was telling me to come on and talk. The Lord was, because this is something that I love this show. This is something that I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to the level where you are. Or I'm trying to bring myself, and this is not for publicity for myself. I had no tips for that. I just love the conversation that y'all was having.
Okay.
And I've been trying to get, and the first time I'll be hung up, whatever, have you. But we have to spread the word. When I was coming up, I never thought I would be with a Spanish woman. I love my black women. But the three that I was with, just what you're talking about. The first one was the first one, she was a money, she was just all about money. She was a good woman, she was all about, she didn't trust me. She had the women in her job, she had them watching me when I was going out. And the thing about that, the women that was watching me, I was messing with. So, and that's not good. That's the thing about, I didn't have God in my life. I didn't know what it was to respect a woman.
Right.
So, and that's how kids are coming up to this day, because I was listening to the rap music and all that, you know. And I mean, I'm Tupac and all Biggie and Biggie Smalls and all them when I'm coming up. So right. I was living. What people don't realize, music is a spirit. It's behind it, and you can get caught up in that. And see, you know, people, the system is built up for you to fail. But they don't know how hard it is to beg men to walk out the door, just trying to keep yourself together.
Right.
You know, and when he come home, that's supposed to be his place of peace.
Absolutely. I wanna point out something you said earlier when the guy was saying that, you know, when the guy was saying that you can leave your woman if she withholds sex from you. I think one thing that we have to also understand, that you could be and let's go biblical. You know, since you know you want to go biblical, let's do that. You could be married to somebody and that's not who God has for you. That's what we have to understand too. You see what I'm saying? So you never know if you have you know married the wrong person, and that's not who you supposed to be with in the first place. It's like when you marry in the spiritual realm, your kingdom husband, your kingdom wife. You know, if we want to go biblical, people out here marrying who they want. They marrying who they want and then complaining about who you married, because at the end of the day, you were supposed to marry that person. That's not your helpmate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to point out to you. So when someone says I was married, or I'm gonna leave for this reason or leave for that reason, you don't know if that person was even supposed to be married to them in the first place. You don't know that. You don't know that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We don't know that. We don't. I feel like when you meet your kingdom spouse, you know you met your kingdom spouse. You know. It's different. Yeah. It's different from anything you've ever been in. Different from, you know, anything. It's a different feeling when you get with your kingdom spouse. Let me tell you something. It's too many people in relationships right now and shouldn't be in one because they don't even know how to be in it. So how you want to be a wife, how you want to be a husband, and you can't even be a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
And then some of y'all men, y'all got to sit up and stop marrying any old body. Especially don't marry somebody that's not ready to weather storms with you. Somebody that, you know, don't got your back. You can't marry somebody because you feel like, oh, well, I love him, I'm in love with him, I've been with him so long, but then you get into a bad situation, and that here come the Bible. This person is being exposed. And people ignore the exposure. The Almighty's trying to show you this person's true colors. And men are ignoring that. Men are ignoring that and still marrying that person. You see what I'm saying? So it's like if you want to go biblical, it's like we can go there. Even with women will come over here. Oh, this man, this, and he that, and he this. You picked them though. You picked them. You had 2, 3, 4, 5 kids to them, and now you want the world to feel sorry for you, baby. I can't feel sorry for you. I can't feel sorry for you because after the first child, you knew he didn't take care of children. So who about to sit up here and feel sorry for you? You want to? I can't feel sorry for somebody that made the choices. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and complain about my kids' dad. You know why? Because I picked them. I picked them, period. Period. Ain't nobody pick them for me. I picked them for myself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But thank you.
We got free will.
We do. We have a lot of free will, but we sit up and want to act like the victim. And it's like, no, we can't do that. Because you don't have to be in that situation. You did not have to have kids to that person. You didn't have to do that. You just didn't have to do it. But people got to be mindful who you get in a relationship with. Too many people ending up in jail behind a relationship, a bad situation behind a relationship, caught up in some dumb stuff in a relationship. We have to learn. We gotta love ourselves more. We gotta start respecting us, knowing our worth. So then we ain't just jumping in a relationship with any old body. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. Come on, we gotta do better by us before we want somebody else to do better. But sir, I gotta go. These lines is blowing up. And I thank you for calling in so much and
Yes,
pouring
thank
in.
you for talking to me. I appreciate it. I just started watching, and I'm gonna keep watching.
Thank you so much, and you have a good evening.
You have a blessed night too, man.
Thank you. You know, it's so reality. Like, relationships really make up the world. You know, there's different, relationships, but the biggest thing, like in our Black community, is the personal relationships. You see what I'm saying? The marriages and stuff. It's dividing us. It's really like dividing us. And I've seen, come on, y'all heard these men that was calling it. Y'all heard these men. We got to start hearing them out. We got to start listening. They matter. They matter. Let's be real. They matter. But it's some amazing women in these comments. Talk about men, we love y'all. Men in the comments, Black women, we love y'all. That's what we need. Come on. That's the flood we need. That's what we need. That's what we need in our community. We need a lot of healing when it comes to mindset. We need healing. We got to stop being followers and be leaders. You got to stop sitting up and letting your family and your friends convince you, oh, men ain't nothing, this, that, and the third. Or your friend going through something with her man. You listen to her situation, then you get something in your brain about how men are. I'm not accepting that. I can't accept that. I can listen. I can try to help you through, but I'm not going to sit up here because you have a bad experience with a man and say, oh, all men are nothing. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't even want to take part in that. I just don't want to. It's a lot of healing that got to happen. But I feel like the solution for tonight's show is just make sure we doing our part. Make sure we doing our part. If you doing your part in the relationship, in the marriage, you ain't got nothing to worry about. If that person stepped out, that's on them, baby. They gonna reap what they sow and they gonna regret it because you amazing. You amazing. That's all I'm saying. And one thing about the Almighty God is when people do not appreciate you, God will move you. He will move you. So at the end of the day, it's really about mindset. And what kind of mindset are we going to have? What kind of mindset are we going to have? Are we going to sit up here and be worried about, being cheated on and taking that into the next relationship and ruining that? If you take that mindset into the next relationship, you are going to ruin every person you come in contact with. Every person. Every person you come in contact with, you're going to ruin it. You can ruin your kingdom spouse. Don't even know that your kingdom spouse, and you can ruin it. You can ruin it. Change is up to us. I promise you, change is up to us. You don't have to get with a man or a woman that just want to cheat because it's the thrill, and you don't have to be with that. You seen the signs. You seen the signs. And you also don't have to be with a person and make them feel like they can't tolerate you anymore because of the way you are. Why do you want to be a nasty person in the first place? Why do you want to be a miserable person in the first place? Why do you want to be toxic in the first place? Why? We don't have to be that way. I don't have to sit up here and call my honey out his name. I don't have to treat him bad. I don't have to do that, and I don't. I don't. I make sure every single day he knows that I love him and I appreciate him, I value him, and that I believe in him. Baby, I believe in him when he don't believe in him. When he don't believe in him, and take notes, baby. When he don't believe in him, that's when I come up and put my cape on, baby, and be like, baby, we ain't having that mindset. You amazing. You awesome. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Oh, baby, that's just a little situation. Don't worry about that. You won't get through that. Come on, baby, let's pray. Let's pray. Come on now, it ain't rocket science. It's not rocket science. It just takes a little bit of respect, understanding, and compassion. That's all. That's all it takes sometimes. You know, I love y'all, so much. I want to do this pop-up show because I have not been live in like 2 days. I've been really working around the clock, y'all. If you haven't got my book, Can I Be Your Best Friend? I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing audio book. You can go to imshalakimia.com and grab it. I would appreciate y'all support so much. I promise you. But I'm doing another show tomorrow. Tomorrow's show is going to tie into today's show. Tomorrow's show is if his haircut is 40, give him 1,000, sis. And I have a powerful message behind that. It might sound crazy to y'all. If his haircut is 40, give him 1,000. I have a powerful message behind that. That's going to tie into what I'm talking about tonight. So tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. I'm praying everything goes better. But like I told y'all, I'm trying to get the money together so I can build me a media room. I've been doing this from my phone all these years. I want to invest in better equipment. I don't want to have sound issues. I don't want to do all that. I'm trying to do that. If you could support, I have 2 audiobooks on my site. One is Can I Be Your Best Friend? And the other one is The Master Reset. They're both amazing audiobooks. If you could grab it and support me, I would appreciate that. I would love to go live every single day. I really would. But I'm working overtime, sometimes up all night trying to work to get things done and get things where I need to be. So if you can, if the Almighty touches your heart, your mind to support me in any way, I would appreciate it in advance. Thank y'all so much. I'm glad for the talk tonight. I'll see y'all right back here tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm gonna have the phone lines open and we're gonna get into the conversation. Y'all have a good night and I love y'all.